That we don't use. Assume on your own. They all fuck up and Latin, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all. But we don't quit. You keep on. Rock shot, so this is it. You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame. You wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off. That's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yeah, this outside dog. Yeah, yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah. It's so fucking so right. It's so right. It's so fucking so right.
One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel, once for breakfast. 5 fingers, give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings on me like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. A Middle Caesars with the extra chetty. Extra style, extra flow. Slip for sale, like 5 below. Yeah, in the club now like I'm Biddy. Counting these notes like a MIDI. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya. Said JVB is the future. Palace backpack, Nike snapback. Break truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of fits on 10, Yankee fitted, even in my bed. Small town boys up next to bed.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here we go. 180. Motion.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Gun. Got. 180. Got.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Steeler defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
11 mighty.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Going for the deep ball. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andre Yoshibas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
The Bengals will line up for the
Big 13.
conversion.
They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's complete. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2 seeding.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put it in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Johnson running right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To the air, May. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll throw with May. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
2nd and 11. Looking to throw. May. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Steelers have cut the lead back down to 2. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, so they take just the 1 here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the 1st.
Steelers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Here we go. Hey, can. 11. Stop.
Burrow on play action. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Cut. White 80. What is that?
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. Right 80.
Had to give to Brown on the option.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd down and 1.
Here we go. Can.
Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's get set. 180.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andre Yoshibas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the
Wide 80.
two-point conversion.
Wide 80. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
Makes the score. Bengals 16, Steelers 14.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here is May. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
All right, here we go. Start. Ready? What's that? What's supposed to do here, man?
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have regained the lead. Boy, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 5.
Bengals 16. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On one, ready?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
11, 180.
Here's Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
12.
Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Harmon. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Torpedo! Hey, what's that?
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here goes throw. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Here's May.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
What's that? Lady, what's that? Good foot, nasty. Crazy, crazy. Hey, Bo. 5.
To throw, it's May. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Steeler 1st down.
Here goes that. Hey, what's up? Hey, Angel.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively. This a 2nd and 8.
At the 15-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. May looking to run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. May looking to run. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Bengals 16. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
48-yard line.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4.
They go to Johnson again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Bengals 16.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go. 180. Right shot. Shot.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 11 and Dot. Dot.
They go play action with Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
That is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Hot! Hot!
Now it's Burrow. Got him in. It's Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here we go. 11 M to hot. 11 to hot.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
First down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at
Hey,
the 13-yard line.
Can. Stop.
Now Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow will throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll throw with May. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Running from the gun, Johnson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Bengals 22. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Sheds off the tackle.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's May. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
180. 180.
Option play. Here's a give to Brown. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Here we go. 12.
Burrow on play action. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They give him a gain of 37. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
A final shot now for Burrow. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And a little bit of a consolation prize here. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end.